He is a comedian. This is exciting.
This is exciting.
Do you like comedians?
I do.
Do you like comedians like Louis C.K.?
Sure. Oh, he's so edgy.
Comedians like Chris Rock?
Oh, that guy, irreverent.
Well, then you'll love this next comedian. Please welcome Skipp Dribbles. Skipp Dribbles.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, let's switch over here. Why don't you come over here?
Yeah. Let me sit over there.
Do you want some more sex party wipes?
These are sex body wipes?
Sex party wipes.
Sex potty wipes? Is that what you said?
Sex potty, sex body, sex party. I'm into it like a basketball into a hoop.
That's a weird thing to say.
It's not if you're Skipp Dribbles, basketball comedian.
Oh, I see.
Basketball comedian.
I love sports.
What's your favorite sport, Todd?
Highlight.
An elegant choice.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
Skipp, you're a basketball comedian?
That's right. I used to be a regular comedian, and it wasn't really working for me, so I decided to pick one thing, kind of a theme, and just go at that theme really hard.
Wow.
Like Jim Gaffigan with food.
And Louis C.K. with hating his kids.
That's right. You know how most comedians, they'll come out, and they'll say, hey, thanks for coming to the stand-up show. I'm a terrible human being. I'm slowly dying, and I'm an alcoholic. Why aren't you laughing? Anyway, that wasn't working for me.
Wait. That was your act?
Well, yeah, I was copying the people that I was watching, and it wasn't working for me.
Okay.
So I looked at my life, and I said, what do I really like? And boy, do I love the pure sport of basketball. 5 men against 5 women. No, I'm sorry. 5 men against 5 men, or 5 women against 5 women, or children running crazy.
Anything in there?
Anything in there.
Right.
Whatever it is, but it's a simple game. You dribble it, you put it in the hoop. So I started thinking, well, what if I came up with an act that was all basketball jokes? Good,
wow.
Clean fun,
That does sound like clean fun, yeah. Maybe you could do a little bit of your act. Would maybe you guys like to see some of your...
No. Really?
Yeah, I would love to hear this.
Cool.
The other day I was dribbling a basketball. In front of my crush.
I relate.
And darn it if the ball didn't bounce off my foot and go away. I call that a technical foul. Anyway, I'm still an alcoholic. That's usually that's my opener.
That's your opener.
You say you're still an alcoholic as your opener?
Yeah.
And also, it just ends with, I'm still an alcoholic? Or was there more to it?
It got a pop. You can't deny it.
I can't.
I loved it.
Hey, thanks.
Todd has never seen comedy before. I've never allowed him
except
to.
for your jokes, quote, unquote. He does stand up, he stands on the couch and screams about religion.
What do you say? What do you scream about?
Look, some dark times are coming.
Oh, boy.
People gotta know.
This sounds like one of my motion pictures.
You do a lot of dystopian future stuff, right?
Well, it's supernatural things with its monsters, sexy monsters.
Yeah. I get into sex stuff every once in a while when my set starts to get a little edgy.
Oh,
It goes a little something like this.
okay.
When you're in bed with your crush, and you can't get an erection, I call that airballing a free throw. Anyway, I'm an alcoholic.
Now, Skipp, it seems like you restated that you were an alcoholic at the end of that routine.
But it seemed like you said it as if it was the first time we were hearing that information.
Yeah, does that joke usually go before the other one?
Well, that's the funny thing about landing on that after every single joke, is that it also sets up the next joke.
Wait.
So it's a punchline and a setup. It's a dual threat, you know? It's like someone who's good at offense or defense in basketball.
Just so I'm clear, so you do a joke about basketball, and there's some fun wordplay about, like, you know, ooh la la stuff, but it's also basketball terms. And then you end with, anyway, I'm an alcoholic. And then, presumably, you go into a routine about being an alcoholic, or am I wrong?
No, I mean, I definitely get into some edgier stuff after that. But
I thought that was the edgy stuff that you just did now.
it gets edgier.
It gets edgier.
Edgier than being in bed with your crush.
So the other day, I was getting a tattoo from my crush. And he or she, I can't tell at this point, said,
You can't tell?
I can't tell.
But you have a crush on this person,
I got a huge crush.
but you don't know.
I don't see genitalia. I just see holes I want to dive into, like a basketball through a hoop. So my crush says, what do you want and where do you want it? Wink, wink, you know what I'm saying? And, but she was talking about the tattoo. And I said, I want a tramp stamp on my lower back that says, LeBron James ate here. Anyway, I'm an alcoholic.
Okay.
See, it's getting edgier.
It is getting edgy, that's true. And that was a good basketball slam.
How'd you know about my uncle's tattoo?
You still haven't really broached the subject of alcoholism.
Yeah. Are you actually an alcoholic? I mean,
yeah, I am. But when I get into that, I usually don't get any laughs, you know?
But you do get a laugh mentioning that you're an alcoholic.
I follow what the people give me, you know? They're the judge, jury, and the executioner of my jokes. And when I say I'm an alcoholic, they tend to laugh.
It's like magic.
So I like to also, since I am still an alcoholic, I like to keep an element, because I'm a stand-up, so I'm still an alcoholic, I like to keep an element of truth and personality, so that I'm not just a theme comedian, you know? I'm not a character up here, just telling people something based on a theme.
okay, so you've just said previous to this that you wanted to do all of your jokes as a theme.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're saying that you don't want to be known for this theme. Okay, I'm on board.
I've been caught in this trap before. You're not wrong. In fact, you're right.
The opposite of wrong.
Yes.
It's weird, though, that he said it in a way that sounded like you were wrong. But what he was saying directly was, you are right.
I feel guilty now for some reason. I don't know why.
I sort of do, too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, you got me.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
You got me good.
Skip, does it get edgier even still than that?
Edgier, oh yeah, absolutely. Well, usually I'll try to pepper in something that's a little less edgy before I go to the really edgy stuff.
Oh, sure.
Something a little bit like this. So you and your crush are sitting on the couch, and whoever that person is, because I go through a lot of them, says, hey, if an NBA player was a television show that we were watching on an on-demand streaming website that is being broadcast on your television, that you access through an app that you can click through and choose things from, what would that NBA player's name be? And I say, Kevin Love on Netflix. Anyway, I'm an alcoholic. That's kind of a child pleaser, as I call it.
A child pleaser?
Why are there so many children that you're performing to?
That was my favorite joke so far.
Results speak for themselves.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate that. I literally have no more jokes like that.
That's okay. I liked all your jokes. You're really, really good. You're the best comedian I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really flattered by that.
You
Yeah.
found your demographic. Oh, Todd has never watched basketball before.
Wait, you've never seen stand-up comedians before? Ah.
In your opinion, what is basketball?
Basketball is when two guys put a ball between their butts and push their butts until the ball goes outside of that, and then a man yells at them.
Okay, well, that was my next joke, plus I'm an alcoholic.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. I'm a big fan, by the way.
Thank you, Skip.
Yeah.
You like the Underworld series of films?
Yeah, I loved Total Recall, Live Free or Die Hard.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful thing to say. Have you ever been to a sex party?
No, I've never been asked.
Consider yourself asked to my next sex party, which happens immediately following the show.
Can his crush come?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to ask you about this crush business. Why do you keep saying that?
My crush?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's relatable, you know? Everyone's always got a crush on someone. Either you're married to your crush, you're going out with your crush, you're secretly longing for your crush.
I don't think that people think of it that way, though. I think they think, when they hear the word crush, I think they think of it as someone that they are absolutely not with, that they long to be with, but aren't.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I think it still works.
But like if you're in bed with your crush, they're not your crush anymore.
What are they, my slam piece?
Yeah.
I gotta rework all those jokes and put in slam piece?
Try it again.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let's see. Gotta think of, what did I lead off with here?
When you're playing basketball in front of your crush.
Oh, right, okay. So, when you're dribbling a basketball in front of your slam piece, who you've already fucked, and the ball dribbles off your foot, I call that, well, it doesn't really matter because you've already fucked them. Anyway, I'm an
It does
alcoholic.
alter things. Well,
Yeah.
it's, you know what? That one crush works, right?
Yeah.
It's every subsequent joke. It seemed like crush was not the most precise word you could be using.
That's right. That's good. See, you've got to pay attention to details like that because you're a director,
Exactly.
right? Now, I'm an alcoholic stand-up, so I don't pay attention to details quite that specifically. I like to let it ride out there. You remember that song, Let It Ride?
No. Could you sing it?
Ride, ride, ride. Let it ride.
Yeah. Who did that one?
Bachman Turner Overdrive?
That sounds like BTO, sure.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Taking care of business.
That's what Uncle Scott screams when he's going to the toilet. Taking care of business and working overtime.
Is that true?
Look, I'm a fan
He likes
Of which?
of pooping.
That's what I thought.
He likes rituals. He always sings that when he poops.
Have you ever closed the deal with a crush, or do they always remain crushes?
Well, crushes always remain crushes. Because once you close the deal, apparently they become slam
They
pieces.
transmogrify. Oh, it's almost like undergoing a like-and-like transformation. When your crush has that, they're wrestling with what's happening inside them, they become a slam piece.
Maybe you could put some crushes and slam pieces in the next Underworld.
I would love to. Here's what I like about it, because the werewolf analogy is sound, because they start off wearing clothes, and then by the end, they're not wearing clothes anymore.
Now, what happens when you transition from, okay, so you go from crush to slam piece.
Right.
And then at a certain point, you go from slam piece to, life burden.
I don't think that that's most people's experience. Well, at least
Very.
50% of the people, it's not their experience.
It's a very strong term.
Life burden?
Yeah, have you been married?
Yeah, a couple times.
And it didn't work out for you?
No, obviously not. It's not like I have several wives and they're all okay with it and they're like, hey, good job, add another one soon.
Okay.
Why do you say it?
You don't need to be sarcastic like that.
Oh, was he being sarcastic,
I think
or
he
is
was
he?
being sarcastic.
No, I wasn't being sarcastic.
Oh, you were literally explaining to us the concept of ex-wives. All right. I stand corrected. I apologize.
Thank you
Wait, you thanking me?
for explaining it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And Len, no one has to explain that concept to you.
That is true. I am divorced right now.
You were married to the beautiful Kate Beckinsale.
That's right. She used to be married to someone else, then she was married to me. Now no one's married.
Let me tell you, in the words of every basketball player, I gotta ask, what happened?
It was one of those things where, a lot of times what can happen in a marriage is you become different people, and, maybe at the beginning of the marriage you feel like you have a lot in common, and then by the end, one of you is way more into sex parties than the other one. And I'm not going to say who's who.
Is she
Because
into
that's private.
sex parties?
She's not. She never was, it turns out. She was just being polite for a long time.
Was she one of the bystanders?
That was as far as she would go. She said, I'll watch for 3 hours. And then I'm going to go in the bedroom and watch TV.
Now, in basketball, there are timeouts, there are substitutions. Is the same true in sex parties?
Oh yeah, you have to have timeouts. You have to, look, and this is a lesson, this is for everyone. You gotta pace yourself. You gotta know. You want to make it last. You don't want to be tantric about it because who has the time? And it's like, hey, I gotta be on set in 4 hours. Get out of here. I need to get like a little bit of sleep. I can't be walking over bodies trying to find my shoes or what have you.
How many times are the shoes underneath someone's butt?
Every single time.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
Is the goal in a sex party to do it to completion as many times as you can, or hold it off for as long as you can?
Can I tell you a secret?
I wish you would.
It's both.
So you want to hold off as long as you can, but then do that multiple times?
Yes, that's why these sex parties go on for such a long time.
What is the longest sex party you've ever had?
Oh, 36 hours?
36.
That's right. I invited some of them here.
Fans of a day and a half out there.
That's right. A lot of people they lost their jobs over that.
Really?
They called out sick during sex. They were like, I'm not gonna make it. They put on their sick voice and everything. I'm not gonna make it into work.
Continue blowing me.
That's what the woman said?
Yeah, continue blowing me.
I knew you never had sex.
I've felt sex before.
Continue blowing me.
Wait, the woman said continue blowing?
I don't know.
No, she said, cunt in you, blow in me.
Now, in basketball...
All right, that's our show.